with Super Li making... What are we going to make?
We're making dumplings.
Dumplings.
Which is my mother's recipe.
Oh, your mother's recipe. So dumplings with Mao's Last Dancer. I want you to tell me, while we do this, first why you love cooking, and when you cook. I don't understand how he has time to cook, because he is the artistic director of the Queensland Ballet. He's very busy all the time, fundraising, directing, showing the dancers what to do, and running a huge company very successfully.
When I was a young boy, my mother cooked all the meal in the family for her 7 sons, which we were born into such a really poor peasant life in China. Food is one of the most special things in the Chinese culture. And for my mother, is really what she cooks for us is her way of loving. We have to really cut them quite small.
Okay.
So if you can do some of that.
I can do that,
yeah,
yes,
do that.
Of course.
Actually, I'll give you something else.
Give me things to do.
Why don't you chop like this?
Oh, that's better.
How's that?
That's very, very professional of me. I love it. I love that you have that.
Yeah, so I'll give you that.
Okay, great.
And
Has to be very small.
as small as we can.
This is so much fun.
So then ultimately it's going to be mixed with this meat, which are marinated pork with ginger and 2 types of soy sauce and green onions. So this is being marinated for since this morning.
My father loves.
So here's the flour dough I made.
Wow. How did you make that?
Just simple with a normal, not self-raising flour. So, and then I use hot water.
So, for those of you who don't know the story of Li, he grew up in China with seven children, and you started dancing, and then you were casted by Mao's, Lady Mao.
Yeah, Madame Mao.
Madame Mao's.
Beijing Dance Academy.
Beijing Dance Academy, and then you went on a scholarship to Houston as a student, right?
Yes, so I was trained for 7 years at the Beijing Dance Academy, and the training was amazing. It was just very disciplined, but it's the famous Russian Vaganov training, which is the best, which produced stars like Nureyev, Baryshnikov and all that. And then when I graduated, I was considered one of the top graduates at the Beijing Dance Academy.
How old were you then?
I was 18. Then I was selected to go to one of the first cultural exchange students scholarships to be awarded to go to America.
And you went to Houston?
I went to Houston, danced with the Houston Ballet, and then in the process I fell in love. And then I married the girl, she was my first love, and her name was Elizabeth. And then, but the Chinese consulate in Houston didn't permit my marriage. So they subsequently held me hostage at the Chinese consulate in Houston.
How long were you held there?
21 hours. I nearly lost my life during that terrible ordeal.
It was a big scandal because...
It was a huge scandal. So Barbara Bush, who was on the board of the Houston Ballet at the time, I was with the Houston Ballet, and then so her husband was the vice president at the time, and actually their home base was Houston.
Yes,
so,
of course.
So that was the reason, really, the White House was involved, and the Bushes, and even Ronald Reagan, who was the president at the time, was involved. So, because the media was all there, the FBI was all involved as well. So eventually they released me, gave me the freedom to dance in the West.
What are you doing there?
I'm doing the pastry now, and you make them more round, and then I'm going to make them into pancakes.
You wrote a book about your life.
Yes.
How did you decide to write a book?
Oh, I was encouraged to write my book. I never really wanted to write my story. And then one of my author friends said to me that my story will give people hope and courage in life. And that was the reason really also my wife said, well, because when we go to dinner parties, people ask me about my life story. I would say one thing, they kept on asking questions. I'll be the one getting really tired at the end of the night. And Mary said, well, if you write the book, people will stop asking questions about your life story.
You're going to say, read the book.
Yeah.
So you mix now the pork and the cabbage.
Mix the pork. So I put some fillings in there. And I put that in the middle. Like a little taco. Yeah, and then I squeeze that on one side, and I squeeze that on the other side, and I squeeze that in the middle. That's a little dumpling.
Oh, put some of this here.
Yeah, not too much. That's good. That's good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So let me do that. You can follow me. So you put that in the middle.
Middle.
Yeah, squeeze, and then you form a little semicircle.
Mine is all dripping. Yours is not.
Okay, well that's not bad.
The Mexican and the Chinese expert.
Voila. Okay.
Okay.
Mary, now should we taste? Should we taste?
Come
Let me
taste
get
with
some.
us.
Let's try.
Wow.
I just did mine whole.
So good. Well, thank you so much, Li and Mary, for hosting us to learn how to cook this authentic Chinese meal. And
You're
for
welcome.
talking
You're welcome. Lovely to have you, and let's share the meal together.
Yes, let's do
Great.
that. Yes. Thank you.